Okay, welcome back. So in the previous video, we computed now the pressure component of the force. So now let's compute the total force. So we are assuming that, okay, and to remind you that the total force is like this. It will be pressure plus or minus, depending on your reference system, how you get it, your wall shear stress, your viscous contribution, okay? You take that integral and that's it, okay? So very important, and assuming, and as I mentioned, and I will like to, I will sound like a broken record on this, but every decent CFD solver will give you pressure, wall shear, stresses, the forces. So there is no need to redo it in Paraview, but if for whatever reason you want to do that, or probably you want to plot the forces on the walls, this is how you do it, okay? So I'm starting from the previous state, okay? And let me do something. So let me raise, the steps are very similar. I will take the one that I will compute the integral, but it's one you can go with, well, actually, yeah, you need to multiply. You can take the one that you multiply by the area and so on. If you want to do the plotting, okay? But let's do it here. Okay, so you go calculator, you have this operation, and now I have access and see that I have from Fluent, I have wall shear stress, okay? So I have all the components there, okay? So it's not assembled of a vector, but if you want, you can assemble that as a vector, okay? And probably, let me call it to show you how to do it. So you go here, you take these scalars, because it can be handy, times I hat plus times j hat plus the other shear stress. In the same way, you can assemble a tensor. So, but you will need to go through the calculator. You cannot do it here, to the Python calculator or the programmer filter. And let me go here, and now you should have it here, wall stress vector, and you have all the components, okay? So let me add another calculator here. Let me erase this. So let me say that I want cell data and absolute pressure minus 101325 plus the wall shear stresses, okay, sorry, times normals plus you have, whoa, where do I see? Okay, so vector here plus this one, okay, and there you go. So this will be now the total. Then if I integrate this, let me go integrate variables and cell data, put it here that I want to see only, it was result, I think. Yeah, I call it result, and there you go, the total of each one. Okay, so you have total for X component, total for Y component, and total for Z component. Okay, so as you see, very straightforward. But this quantity result, okay, is not your actual force. Remember that you will need to multiply this by the area, okay, to get that. Okay, so basically as easy as that. You just get and multiply it by the area. So add another calculator. So let me put this result to, and let me go here. Okay, first I forgot to compute the area, so you go alphabetical, cell size, I only want area computation. Let me put another filter here, I'll call it result 2, it is cell data, and times area, and this one times area. Just to mention something, that is, you're coming from OpenFOAM, remember that you will need to multiply this by density, because OpenFOAM for incompressible solvers it is pressure divided density, and shear stress also divided density. Apply, and there you have result 2, and this will be your total forces in each component. So now you have the pressure component plus the viscous component, the wall shear stress. And if you want to compute it from here, do the summation like we did in the previous video. So apply your Python filter and you will get it. So let's see, let me go. So, and okay, now just revisit the previous video. I want to pass to the next one. Let me see if I'm missing something. I have forces. Yeah, this is it. So there you go. So as I mentioned, sometimes people when ask me how to do this, when I always say, no, I give the candid answer, yeah, you have the solver will give you everything. So, but now I'm thinking, yeah, maybe people wants to plot the forces for some reason, and here is cool because now you can do some cut planes there, some slides, and then those slides get the forces. Or if you are doing winds, you can do the span-wise lift distribution, which is really cool to plot, and so on. So probably why that is why people wants to get that. For the rest, it's very straightforward. So at this point, we computed this component. This component can be from the solver. So in the next video, we move to do this manually in Paraview. I don't see any reason, but for those, well, as I mentioned, I went down this rabbit hole a really long time ago. I was just testing something. I don't recall what it was, but in any case, let's see how to do this. So see you next time. Bye.